Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Got a little flashback for you guys. If you have followed me on Instagram, you would have watched kind of this entire thing unfold in the timeline, just how it went down. So these are two neck knives that I have set up for myself. I made both the sheaths. They're just leather style. I got the little shammy dangler piece there on them, and I've set them up for neck knives, or I can put this on a belt dangler if I want to, but I like a neck knife style, so that's how these guys went. And like the majority of all of my other knives, I have them set up very similar. So we have Wazoo Viking whetstones, ferro rod toggles, Cahutta Citizen glow nuts, fat wood, some glow sticks or chem lights, whichever you want to call them, awls. I tend to put the ones that are a little different. I'll be making stuff for orders and end up playing around for a little while and making me some fun ones that are just different, and they end up living on my stuff most of the time. This one also has a 1095 high carbon steel striker here and a diamond whetstone there. And they both have these rim grit jigsaw blades and LED lights. That it's handy when you wear, you got them like this around your neck. You can turn that light on and it illuminates your feet good enough to see what's right there in your general area, as well as pick it up and point it at stuff. It's just handy to have a flashlight right there around your neck, I found, especially if you do a lot of stuff outside. But I found a piece of 80 CRV2 is what it was, and I don't know where it come from, really, because I don't really have knife steel just laid around. So I got it from somewhere. I'm not sure where it was, and it was this was the shape it was in, just like that. And I had a 1x30, still have it, 1x30 belt sander from Harbor Freight, and I laid it on its side and put me a grind on there, put me a bevel, and I thought it looked good. I drilled me a lanyard hole in it too. Well, after it looked like it may have been a knife, it still has like some wonky spots in the blade, but that, I'm satisfied with that. But after I got it ground, I kind of did a shout out on Instagram and asked if anybody could sneak this in on a heat treat batch that they had at some point. And Mr. Reese from Cahutta Knives was like, "Hey man, I got you, send it to me." So I sent it to him, and he heat treated it, and he cleaned up like the spine and stuff. Like, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough looking, but he touched it up and just cleaned it up for me a little bit and sent it back. And when I got it back, I immediately put it on the stone, and I mean immediately, like I had brought it straight out here out of the package and was trying to sharpen it and cut myself good with it. Just split my thumb, and was like, yeah man, we're destined to be together. So I ended up sharpening it, and it got super sharp. It's a 0 degree Scandi on there. I say a 0 degree Scandi. It's ground to nothing, and it's pretty Scandi-ish, even though somebody could argue that it may be high saber. But anyway, I took and wrapped the handle in my normal jute, and then soaked it in clear Gorilla Glue. There's some videos prior of me wrapping some stuff. This is one that I done in the demo, and it's been sitting outside for a year ever since then, and it's still holding together. But I wrapped this, and then I built my sheath and all for it. But after I had used this for a little while, I said, dang, I might be interested in having some of these guys made. So I reached out to my buddy Garrett and was like, hey bro, I think you can make me a couple of prototypes if I send you some cardboard templates. And he was like, yeah man, I got you. So he sent me some prototypes. He sent me one in 5/32 and one in 1/8 inch. This dude, and it's basically the same guy, just much cleaner. And he sent, like I said, 5/32 and 1/8. This is the 1/8 inch one. I still have the 5/32 one inside. And I took and done something a little different. I've been playing around with leather, so camoise material for like drying cars, like ShamWow stuff, chamois cloth. And I wrapped it in chamois cloth and then soaked it in clear Gorilla Glue again and let it harden. It's got a really nice rawhide like feel to it. I like it. But this was, again, bare force knives. You can see the bear on there. And it ended up being the I.L.C.M. And what happened was, while we were talking, and he was like, what do you rename this thing? And I had, it's basically the same knife, just smaller. And I had called it the EDC Bramble. It's small. This dude, I said, bro, we should call it I Love Chocolate Milk. And just abbreviate it and not tell anybody what it means. And he was like, really? And I said, yeah, let's call it the I.L.C.M. And he was like, all right, dude. So, yeah, it stands for I Love Chocolate Milk. It's just an inside joke between me and him, liking chocolate milk. But yeah, we breathed this dude into reality. And, you know, I haven't chased it too much. You know, it's just nice to know that this is something that would work. If you know, if we ever decided to try to make some, I'd have to get with him, you know, and talk numbers and that kind of stuff. But it's fun. Like I said, it started as just me wanting to grind my own knife that's not on a damn bench grinder and use tool steel instead of a file or something. You know, I wanted to make a knife, and with the help of some others, I did that. And a useful, very useful knife. I've done a bunch of stuff with it. And then it also let me, you know, set my kits up the way that I want to set them up. But pretty cool the way the I Love Chocolate Milk came into existence. Pretty neat. But anyway, I just wanted to share. I got a bunch of neck knives to go through. A bunch of them, a whole bunch of other designs also that I'll be sharing. Some of them have fun stories. But I appreciate the support. You can check out all of the past stuff on this on Instagram at bushcraft, bushcraftkelso.com for gizmos and gadgets. I normally have all of the stuff to do these sheath kits and toggles and glowies and awls and all kinds of stuff when they're not sold out, but they say sold out pretty good bit. I'm waiting on restock right now. But I appreciate the support, guys. Like and subscribe, follow along. Got a lot of stuff coming. Got a lot of catching up to do. Again, thanks. Hope you all had a good 4th. Have a good weekend. Later.